did that work? Oh, please tell me I'm live. Am I live? Hello everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, thank goodness. What a trial that was. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry everyone. I'm only like 35 minutes late. My goodness. Let me just get you up here. Okay. Are we there? Yay! Oh, thank goodness. I was tripping. Okay, there you are. Hi Anna. Oh, you're sewing together. That's awesome. Okay, before I begin, I have a really cool announcement. No one got the amount right for the clips in my, okay. No one got the amount right for the clips in my container here. It was 101. So, Sammy, beautiful Sammy, has decided to give a pattern to everyone who participated. So, I'm going to give the names of everyone who participated, and if you could get a hold of Sammy, either on her Facebook page or whatever, and give all your information so that she can get a hold of you, your email address, get a hold of her on Messenger or whatever. So here are the names, and if I missed anyone who participated, please let me know. But these are the ones that she saw in the live the other day. Kelly Danaman, I hope I'm saying your last name right. Sev Kara, so on and so forth, Sonia, Karen Gray, Nicole Bays, and Rhonda Thiessen. So if you could all get a hold of Sammy somehow, she will give you a free pattern, which is amazing. Because you know Shamballa patterns are the best. So get a hold of Sammy and she'll give you a free pattern. I'll try to remember to mention them at the end of the video today as well. But someone remind me, because right now my brain is not working correctly. Okay, so this is my my first view. This is my second. Let me know if this is okay for y'all. I think I'm giving you a little bit more room to see what I'm doing over here, and then you can still also see what I'm doing here. Does that sound, Now it looks blurry on my side. Yep. Free pattern for those who participated in the count of my clips count in here. It was 101 and nobody guessed that. So, okay, come on. Let me see here. Brandy, do you know how I can fix the blurriness here? I don't know where to go in OBS to fix that. Thanks, Rhonda. And Sonia. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them, Kelly. I'm just trying to fix the focus on this camera. Let me see if that'll do it. Nope. Any ideas, anyone, how to fix the focus? I'm not familiar enough with, oh, okay. So, go to camera. Manage cameras. 920. Brightness. Zoom. Contrast, sharpness. Kelly, I'm on my laptop. Autofocus, okay. I have reset settings. There we go. Maybe that'll help. I have in the camera settings, I have zoom, brightness, contrast, sharpness, and saturation. I don't have anything about focus. Let me just change to scene 1 here for a second. We might just have to leave it like this, guys, because the other camera is not cooperating. Sorry about that. I'll get my iPad out of the way so that you guys have a better view. And we can finally get started. Okay, so we're going to start with the flat panel. And we're going to put that onto the front panel. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're going to take this flat panel And we're going to take the front. This is the exterior panel, main panel, and it is the front. Now we are going to look at the placement mark. Okay. And we're going to place that flap centered at that line. Let me get my ruler. And it was okay, make sure it's centered. Put a dot at the center. And there is a mark on your pattern piece. And then we want to put it upside down. I hope you can see this. And put that middle mark at that dot. And then you want to measure up and make sure that it's straight. Just a little bit up. That's better. Now I think what I might do is get some masking tape, if I can find the end, and I'm just going to tape that down on the sides just to hold it while I sew this down, because I want it to stay nice and straight. Okay, measure one more time. Want to make sure that that is straight. Oops, moved a little bit. Perfect. Okay, now we want to base that down. Okay, and it'll look like that. You can take the tape off now. Is anyone sewing along with me today? Hi, Terry. Okay. Now we're going to take the lining slip pocket, front. Make sure it's the front. That's this one right here. Okay. And yes, I've already put my middle marks on, little snips for the middle. And you're going to fold it in half to match the two short edges, wrong sides together. Okay. And now you're going to line up those snips at the bottom with the middle mark at the bottom of your front panel, your main panel. And you're going to just clip that down to the bottom with middles matching. Okay, and now we are going to sew these 3 sides, 1, 2, and 3. And it's just a top stitching, so. See, isn't that amazing? It hides that raw edge now. She's brilliant. There you go. Hi, Cynthia. Yeah, the back and the front are different sizes. Thank you, Kelly. Of the lining pocket that is here. Okay, next page. Now, this is very interesting. She gets you to trim the fabric that remains behind the exterior main panel to decrease the bulk. You can cut either 1 or 2 of the layers of fabric and leave about 1/4 inch of a seam. So right here she's talking about, here's your front, but you've got another part of the slip pocket and you've got your main piece. So you can cut these 2 or just the 1 and leave 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to cut both just because. Make sure not to cut that front. Only cut the backs, because that would be bad. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that. All right. Now we're going to attach the slip pocket to the exterior. Did I miss where it said to put the thumb lock on? I must have. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to get that piece. And that is the slip pocket. Slip pocket, exterior slip pocket. What did I do? Uh-oh, did I make a boo-boo? Oh, there we go. Whew, scared me. Oh, this is not my day. Okay, so now we're going to match up the bottoms there. And clip those. Okay, like that. And then you are going to okay, we're going to top stitch that as well on these 3 sides. The side, and the bottom. Yeah, I keep forgetting to do that. Okay. Okay, now you can also sew a line of stitches on the flap for a nicer fold. So that's right here on the flap. You can sew a nice little line of stitching there. And it will create a nicer fold. So let's do that. I just want to make sure I'm getting right to the edge, because this will show when you open up your flap. Right to the edge. There we go. So pretty. Tell you what, I will take pictures today and I will show my progress. Okay, now you're going to install the other side of the thumb lock on the end of the flap strip, which is, where did it go, oh, there it is. Okay, so I got to get the other end of my thumb lock right there. And you're going to want to mark the middle of your little flap strip. Where's my ruler? With an air erasing pen, because you do not want this to show. There we go. And then you want to make sure that the middle of that is marked. Oh boy. Okay. I may have to just for a second here. Get some Decaville here. And I may have to squeeze this a little bit to get that lock on. And I don't want to, that's why I'm going through the Decaville. I don't want to make marks in my vinyl piece. The edges are going to be harder because there's a line of stitching as well as the layers. So you just want to make sure to press those edges as much as you can. Okay. I don't know if that has worked enough, but we will see. Yep. We want to snug that right down. Make sure it's centered. Yep. Centered, yes it is. Now what I like to do is take my stiletto and poke it right into those holes. And you can hear it making a hole. That's what you want to hear. Yeah. Okay. Then you're going to take your screwdriver . Now I keep a tiny little magnet right here, and I put my screws on there because they're so tiny. I was losing them all the time before I used a magnet, so that's what I'm going to do. And it's so much easier to screw in when you do that. Keep screwing till it's nice and tight. There we go. Now, line up that hole again. We want it to be straight. There we go. Nice and tight. Okay, there we go. Now, bring that over and clip it in. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, so now we're going to make our strap connectors. Okay, we are going to do what we always do with strap connectors. We're going to take some double-sided tape. And I'm going to put a line down all four of these pieces on both edges. Okay. Now the other side. Okay. Now we're going to snip these apart. Okay. Remove the tape. And press into the middle. Both sides. Number 3. Nicole, were you here when I announced that you have won a Shamballa pattern? No one got the number right for the clips in my container. So Sammy is giving everyone who participated a free pattern. So get a hold of Sammy with your details, email address, etc. and you get a free pattern. Last one. Okay. Now you're going to make a mark, and that is under step number 43 on page 21. Going to make a mark. Yeah. And then you're going to add some double-sided tape on this part, on the top. And I need my rectangle rings. Add a rectangle ring down to that line. Yeah. Actually, you're going to meet that line. Right there. Oops, I think I'm going to have to take some double-sided tape off. I don't want my ring to be stuck with the tape. folding over, put it down to that line, and there you go. That's what it's going to look like when you're done. Okay, now do that with all 4, and I'm just going to put a little clip, and I'm going to put tape down the center of this, because this will be attached to this front panel here. Okay, so we're going to do that 4 times, and I think I'll just use a pen this time. Because this side won't be seen. Down to the line, and then put double-sided tape along the whole back. And I like to put a little clip, just a little bit of reinforcement there. One more. I don't give measurements away. Hi, Brandy and Anna. Yeah, they've got big plans, you guys, so keep an eye out. Big, 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 big plans. Okay. Last one. Okay. Let's get this out of the way and go on to page 22. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take our connectors and we are going to match the middle of this connector to the edge of that pocket that has the let's see here, that has the thumb lock part on it. So you want to take this off and match the middle to the edge of that pocket. Right like that. I'm going to turn it this way. Like that. Good. That looks so pretty. Is it supposed to look straight? Because it doesn't look straight to me. I think it's supposed to hug up to the... So I must have done something wrong. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be more like that. Yeah. Okay. Do that with the other one. Come on. Double-sided tape is supposed to be your friend. There we go. Put that on the other side. And hug that up to the flap. Okay. Does that look straight to everybody? Does it look okay? I think it does. Okay. Clean up a little bit. Now we are going to top stitch let me just see here. Okay, so there is a line that you want to, hang on a second, this isn't lining up with the bottom. Oops, I'm gonna try that one more time. There we go. That's better. Okay, Sammy, we'll see you later. There we go. That's better. So they look even now. Okay, now we're going to make a line. And there, the measurement for that is on step 45 on page 22. Make a line. I'm going to use my air eraser. And that is where you're going to stop and go across. Okay. Okay, so we are going to top stitch that down, both of them down. And you want to make sure that you're right on that line when you pivot. Come over. And make sure. Good. Now I'm going to put a little piece of bouncy from under there so that I'm not scuffing up my vinyl. So pretty. And we're going to do that again on the other side. Okay. Okay, and when I come down off of that pocket, I'm also going to protect my vinyl just in case. Almost missed my line. There we go. Come across. Protect my vinyl again. Come down the other side. Okay. That is so pretty. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, so now we are going to attach the bottom band to the front. There we go. Oh, did I not cut two of these? I thought I did. Huh. I may have to go over and just cut another one. I can't seem to find my second one, but I'll do that in a minute. Now we are going to attach the long side to the bottom. And you're going to match up those centers. You should have your centers clipped. Match them up. I'm positive I cut two of those. That is weird. Okay. And now we're going to sew at the seam allowance indicated on step 47. page 23. You're going to turn the seam allowance toward the bottom band and top stitch. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I attach the stabilizer to this front. So I'm going to have to go over, I have to go over to my table anyways and cut another one of these because I cannot find it in here, and I'm sure I cut it out. Nope. Okay. I'll cut one of these and I'll keep talking to you because I've got my mic on. Yes, it does. Yeah, Rhonda, and I had no idea that the main color was going to be the cream color, and I love it. I just love it. So, okay, I'm going to put the stabilizer on this one, and I'm going to cut out another bottom band. No, I am not stabilizing the bottom band, Yahira, because it is a vinyl. I wonder if, you know, maybe you would want to stabilize it if it was a cotton material for sure, at least with a woven interfacing. So I'm going to turn my iron on, and while that's heating up, I will cut out another bottom piece. Where did I put my stabilizer? Is right here. It might be a little bit of a trial putting the stabilizer on because of that thumb lock. You can't really press completely down, but you can get the male portion at least out of the way a little bit. It's just the female portion you have to press. And you're going to see that the stabilizer stays out of the seam allowances. And I have to be careful because it's all vinyl for me. So okay, I'm just going to cut out another bottom band here. can just concentrate on getting that stabilizer on. My stabilizer is the EB Fuse Heavy from Emmeline Bags, and it is very much equal to a Decaville Light. Yeah, there's going to be an issue with getting around that thumb lock, but whoops. I don't want to leave my iron in place for too long because this is vinyl. So you just keep your iron moving. And by moving, I mean just lifting it up and placing it. I don't mean moving it around on the stabilizer. Okay, it's stuck. So see, I use EB Fuse Heavy. Wild Pony Designs. Hi, Lori. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. Lori, this is just, I think this is one of the most interesting things I've ever done, this secret sew. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Okay, so we're going to add rivets to the strap connectors up here for reinforcement. And then if you have a nameplate, you can add it. So I'm just going to punch my holes. Where's my punch? There we go. Right. There. And right. A little bit. Okay. Okay. Get my rivets. Come on. My hole punch doesn't really like that EB Fuse Heavy for some reason. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna press these. I'll be right back. There we go. Doesn't that look nice with the rivets? Love it. Oops. Now I'm going to hit myself in the face with my bag. Okay, now, if you have a nameplate and you want to attach it, this would be the time to do so. And she does give, where is it here? She does give a measurement for that on the exterior main panel front. It's not a measurement, she actually gives you where to bring your badge down to. She's got a little logo there for you. I measured it so that I can make sure that I have it right. Okay. Where did my, okay. Where is my pen? There we go. Okay. My X-Acto knife. There we go. Apollo, stop eating stuff on the floor, you silly boy. He likes to eat thread and stuff. Oops, did I make the wrong mark? I think I did. Oops, okay, I'll have to make another mark. Come on now. The tongs on these ones are not as strong as the ones that I had on my last name tags, which is very strange because they're the same lady. Okay, don't know how I got that wrong. But at least it'll be hidden underneath the name tag. There we go. Now, I'm going to put a piece of Decaville Heavy. Don't throw away your scraps of Decaville Heavy. This is exactly what they come in handy for. And I am going to push towards the center. See how easy these are to push down? It's very strange. And duct tape. I am using a Chicon 1541. C-H-I-K-O-N. It is a brand that my local sewing guy brings in, and it is exactly like the Juki, except less costly. There we go. Oops. Make sure it's nice and straight. Good. Okay. Now on to page 24. Oh. Did I miss something? I think I did, guys. What did I miss? Because it shows that the pocket is attached to the back, and I don't see where it says to do that. Am I missing something? Oh, there it is. Page 24. Okay. Take the lining slip pocket. A, which is the back. And we are going to fold in half, wrong sides together, matching the two short edges. Like that. And then we are going to get your back piece. Line up those centers and the bottom. Go lay down, Apollo. Okay. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing as we did for the front. We are going to sew up, over, and down. And again, we're going to trim that fabric from the back like we did with the front. Just going to clean up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to trim the fabric like we did for the front. Don't cut that front piece, whatever you do. It doesn't have to be pretty because nobody's going to see it. Okay. Now we're going to attach that slip pocket to the main panel. Where did it go? Right here. Okay. Match up those centers. Make sure it's lining up with the panel. And we are going to sew the side, the bottom, and the other side. The top stitch. If there's a little bit of that lining poking through, it doesn't matter because the straps are going to cover that. Do you really, Nicole? I didn't know that. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add the strap connectors just as like we did on the front. Take off that double-sided tape. Do it this way. Make sure it's lining up with the bottom. And then lining up with the pocket. There we go. Same with this side. Make sure it's lined up with the bottom. And okay. Now what I like to do, oh yeah, check my bobbin. Good idea, Sonia, thank you. I like to take the front and just make sure that they are lining up. Hang on a second. This one is a little bit, yeah. A little bit over. Good. Okay, and again, we're going to make that mark that we made instruction number 45. We're going to make another mark so that we know where to come over. Okay. Need my air erasing pen. That's not lining up with the bottom. Hang on. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Okay, there's the line for that one. And there's the line for that one. Okay. Sew those up. And we're top stitching, so make sure that your stitch length reflects that. Get it right on that line. Come over. Where's my stiletto? There we go. Okay. Other side. Did I drop my... Oh, must have. Okay, get this under there so that I'm not scuffing up my vinyl. And there we go. It says, don't install the rivets yet. Okay, now I'm going to check my bobbin. I should have done that before. I'm okay. Surprise, surprise. Okay, page 25. attach that bottom that I just cut out. Where did I put it? Did I put it in here? Yes, I did. Okay. Long end. Oh, I didn't cut the centers of this. Just 1 minute. Thanks, Nancy. Yeah, that's what I love about this secret sew, is that you don't know how it's going to turn out. You pick fabrics. You don't know what pieces those fabrics are going to be for. And so you're surprised by the outcome. And I love it. I would do this again next time around, because I love it. Some people who don't like surprises might not like it, but I do. Okay, and we're going to sew that at the seam allowance on step 57. Make sure your stitch length is back to a seam length. There we go. Now, seam allowance towards that bottom piece. And top stitch. Done. Isn't that pretty? And that's it, you guys. We are done for today. Hey, that's not bad. Considering there was like a half an hour before I could get things going correctly, I think we did pretty good. So now the front and the back are complete. How about that? I really like this. I love it. Okay, now as I promised, I am going to mention those names one more time of the people who won a pattern from Sammy. And the reason, again, was she asked everybody to guess how many clips I had in my container. I had 101. Nobody guessed that. So everyone who participated is getting a free pattern from Shamballa bags. So when I mention your name, just you need to get a hold of Sammy. Just one more section, Doreen, and that's when we sew it all together. Yeah, get a hold of Sammy either on Messenger or on her Shamballa Facebook page, and she will send you with your email address or whatever it is that she wants from you, and she will send you a free pattern. It is Kelly Danaman Don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Oh, you're so welcome. Sev Kara, I didn't see her today, so if anybody knows her, could you get a hold of her and let her know? And if not, hopefully she'll rewatch this when it's up. So on and so forth. Sonia, you're on here, so you know you've won a free pattern. Karen Gray, you've won a free pattern. Nicole Bays, you've won a free pattern. And Rhonda Thiessen, you've won a free pattern. Isn't that sweet of Sammy? And you guys know her patterns are like gold. So it's a very, very nice gift. Very nice gift. So I'm going to try and get you guys up on my iPad, and I'll see if I can answer any questions you might have had throughout. I know that I haven't been looking at the comments as much today because I've been a little flustered. Yeah, 241 subscribers, Nicole. I'm absolutely thrilled. And it's okay that you were behind, Karen, because I was delayed by half an hour. My OBS wasn't working. I had to restart my router. I had to restart OBS, so no worries. Hello, Diane. Sorry I didn't see you. Hello, Doreen. Did I say hello to Doreen? I can't remember. Hello, Marie. Oh, it'll all come together, Marie. Don't you worry. Thanks, Sonia. Let me see. I think horsey stuff. Lori, I would love to be doing horsey stuff. I have always had a deep, deep love for horses, and I just haven't ever been able to, like, I can't go horseback riding anymore because of the damage to my back, but man, oh man, I would love to. Carrot cake cookies. Really? Send me the recipe. Oh, you got them at Aldi. We don't have an Aldi here. Not that I know of anyways. I know. She has such a variety of patterns, and they're all absolutely gorgeous and unique, and yeah. Okay. Now, does anybody have... Oh, there you are. Kara, there you are. Thank you, Doreen. That's okay. That's okay. You're welcome, Stephanie. Good. Okay, I think everyone has been contacted who has won a free pattern, and I'm so happy for you guys. What a gift. Like, thank you, Sammy, so much. That was amazing. And as you guys know, I love doing lives. I love the interaction. I'm sorry I wasn't interacting so much today, but I was a little bit flustered and nervous after my late start. I will try to do better next time. So I will leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of your day. I, once again, have another beautiful sunny day here in Maple Ridge, or I did last time I looked. But So yeah, I'm going to see if I can't get out there and get some nice fresh air. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully my cameras will both be working next time I come on, and I can figure out this focus thing a little bit. So everything will be working perfectly. And I believe the next release is Sunday, I think. Let me just check my calendar. Yes, part 4 is Sunday, April 27th. And so it's up to you guys. I wouldn't be able to do a live until around 2 o'clock on Sunday because I have worship from 10 to noon. And then I'd want to come home and make sure that everything's working and get everything set up and everything. So, or I can wait until the Monday the 28th at 10 a.m. So let me know what you would prefer in the comments below once the live is done. Put your comment below as to what day works better for you, and then I'll count all up everything, and the majority wins. Okay? All right, everyone. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.